loving, warm, friendly, approachable. These are the traits your average JMAer will associate with the VP for Internal Affairs. And anyone who has ever met me will know that I am exactly all of those things. Okay, all kidding aside, I think it's pretty clear from your first, second, maybe even last impression of me that I don't fit into the conventional image of an NPP. So why then should you vote for me? Before I can even go about answering that question, I have to ask myself, why am I even a member of the Internal Affairs Committee? How did I end up applying for a position after position each and every semester? Why did I even decide to join JMA? I still remember those clueless, awkward freshman days when I was as clueless and awkward as a freshman can be, and my ability to make friends was hampered by a terminal case of shyness that many perceived to be snobbishness or bitchiness, and a million defense mechanisms that could be triggered by any uncomfortable situation. It was so hard for me to talk to people because I felt like I had nothing interesting to say, and because I didn't even know where to begin. I don't know how I made friends exactly, but I'd like to think I made some of the best friends I've ever had through JMA. I was a quiet, forgettable app who stumbled and bumbled through the application process with very few friends in my app batch, but with a mindset that I had to be open to new experiences, and that a push out of my comfort zone was exactly what I needed. Of course, being open is a two-way street. As you let yourself experience all these new things with new people, you're leaving yourself open to them, and slowly revealing to them who you really are. Anyone who has ever been hurt before knows how scary it is to be open with other people, to be vulnerable, to share genuine parts of yourself with them that they may or may not like. It may be scary, but I know firsthand that it's worth it. JMA, and internals in particular, accepted me for all that I am when I was an applicant and all my subsequent positions after. They accepted the shyness, the perceived bitchiness, the perennially awkward, eternally clueless me, and trusted me with so much that my gratefulness could only be matched by my utmost dedication to fulfill the responsibilities they set out for me to the best of my abilities. From being able to work with two app batches so full of potential, maximum resonance, and all systems go, to being placed in a position that completely pushed me out of my comfort zone with MMA creatives, to being chairperson of the committee that I would always keep going back to. From learning from and being inspired by the older members, to doing the same, hopefully, for the new members, and whom I see the same confusion, the same trepidation, but also the same drive to do great things and achieve something beyond themselves. I find that I am still learning new things every day from everyone I meet and get to know in the organization. I was very lucky that my first choice, internals, picked me as well. I chose internals for many reasons. First, it was my brother's committee when he was a member so many years ago. Second, internals was the committee that invited me to an impromptu road trip in the middle of the night when I was just an applicant, and they actually took the time and effort to get to know me. At the end of the day, I ultimately chose internals because they were the first ones who reached out to me. And I realized that is exactly what I want to do for everyone in JMA. I want to make the members and the applicants of this organization realize that they don't have to be boxed in by what people think of them. They can just be themselves and be accepted for that. I believe in the potential and promise of all the applicants and members, and I want to dedicate my time and efforts to having them believe it as well, by letting them realize that they are able, they are skilled, and that they are capable of achieving so much. Whether it's designing their very first pub mat, or getting their very first sponsor, or even making a few mistakes, it's important to remember that we all have to start somewhere to end up where we belong. Most people know that JMA has so much to offer, but what people don't always realize is that they have so much to offer in return. We build our org from the ground up by building our members into the future movers and leaders of tomorrow. App batch by app batch, year by year, we may stand on the shoulders of giants, but we all start off small, and we grow and we are stronger for it. So, after all that, why should you vote for me? Let me just say this. There is no wrong or right candidate. There is no single candidate who deserves it more. There's only your vote and the candidate who you want to vote for. I cannot tell you what you want. I can only tell you who I am and what kind of leader I promise to be. So, vote for me if you want an NTP who believes in the sustainable growth of this organization and pledges to maximize member development. Vote for me if you want a leader who will forsake and forgo her shyness and social awkwardness to reach out and talk to you. Vote for me if you want a VP, an NPP who doesn't exactly fit the image of one, but has always done her best to be the kind of leader the people I've worked with need. Vote for me if you want a VP who will ingress with you as soon as she can and who will egress with you until the very end. Vote with me if you want a VP who will go to the events you organize, not because she has to, but because I want you to have in me the strongest support system you could ask for. Vote for me if you believe in me and in what I can do. Because as I've been trying to communicate in all my plans for the organization and in my speech, I believe in you. Thank you.